Hi everyone, this is Jamie from VCPoker VIP. This morning we've got 4 to 10 off on VCPoker. It's just coming up for about 11 AM in the UK. So the traffic isn't great, but the games are pretty soft. We've only been playing for about 15 minutes, but up a buying on a couple tables 1 and 4. So it's dragging in 4 now. Straighten it up. Okay, A7 here on the button. I think it's a fair enough raise. I think one thing to watch out for, it's a commonly made mistake, is just looking at the stacks of the players on your left. See on table 1 or even table 3, it's quite short. Just be careful when you're raising. I think here I'm more than happy just to fire 0.45 out, just find out where we are. It's someone who's full stack. Don't have a diamond, but I'll check behind, just find out where the river takes us. I mean, I guess there's a missed straight draw on the flop, but it doesn't justify looking them up. Just check behind and maybe expect to see a 9 here sometimes. Oh, yeah, we do manage to ship it. 10 jack, so a gut shot straight draw. But fair, if he bets it out, I don't think I can really justify a call unless we're given a ridiculous price. The reason we're making this video anyway is because there's a free $25 cash offer on VCPoker, and no deposits needed whatsoever. And if you just go to ipokervip.net and click on the tab on the top right of the page which says free 25, enter your email address and name, and then click go. You'll be taken to our VCPoker landing page where you can select the offer and sign up for an account. Most people get their free $25 within an hour. No deposit, no credit card details, nothing like that's required. So it's definitely worth signing up for. Yeah, there was the queens. It kind of sucked. In pre-flop we put in a standard 3-bet. We're obviously out of position, so I guess we want to make him pay to see it, and make him pay to call with worse hands than queens. The flop comes 4 ace jack, and I'm not betting for value at all there, but just to find out where we are, not to show complete weakness and check. He just fires back with a ridiculous bet. I mean, even if he had a flush draw or something, it's still a horrible price. So it's just a question of folding and moving on. I find VC's a very good skin to play on. They've just kitted themselves out with some new software, and I find the games are probably quite a bit softer than stars, especially this far down. Just the iPoker network's hooked up to so many UK sportsbooks, Bet365, William Hill, Betfred, Blue Square. I think the large majority of them, apart from Ladbrokes and Coral, are on the iPoker network. So especially at these stakes, you get a lot of people who basically don't know how to play, and they're just deposited to have a punt on the sports, and they've come and play poker, which is always nice. I mean, here, I'm going to let him off with it this time, but take a mental note in my head that he's going to fire flops that are fairly dry like that. It's hard to believe that sort of bet a lot of times in a row. 6-5 here into 2 decent sized stacks. I'm gonna raise this button, and I'll raise my 8-5. I haven't been particularly active at this table for a while, so it's always good to bounce stuff up. So 6-5, as I said, I'll fire ahead and raise that. And with the Queen 8, looking at the stacks, even if I get called, most likely raising from the cutoff, I'll be in position, and happy with that. Don't mind playing this, Queen 8 suited. Seeing, it's a nice hand to see a flop with. Getting 3-bet by the button's a different situation. In this time, I'll be tempted. I'll believe him. And again, Queen 10, firing a raise there. This is a sort of spot where you have to be careful. I mean, 9-7 is a really nice hand, but it's not a hand that's going to hold up particularly well, either heads up or an all-in situation. If Iceman or Pawns 3-bets me, I'm in a world of hurt and have to fold. It's just, not being a worthwhile exercise if I can't back it up any time at all. It's Queen 10 here. It looks like we checked, and this guy's donk bet. And he's on a full stack, which indicates he's a fairly decent player. And it's hard to see what how many aces he's completely flat calling with. I think sometimes check racing might be a bit blatant. So I'm just going to check and then lead out the turn. I mean, there's ace 9, ace 8, hands like this you could have legitimately called with, but your ace king or your ace queen from the button, someone on a full stack, you'd expect them to 3-bet. That's why I just don't really believe that part of his story. Yeah, he's mucked. So I mean, that's a good one. I mean, of course, the 4 fills some straights, your 6-8s and stuff. And again, it's hard to see why. I guess it's a legitimate hand to flat with from the button. I mean, donking out on an ace high flop, it's not that flat calling with an ace is quite a tough. There's only so many aces you do that with your ace kings, your ace queens. As I said, you're going to 3-bet them. Okay, looking down, lucky enough to get ace queen, ace king here on table 1. I mean, 40 cents or 45 cents, it's not only going to make a difference, and it helps us get more value out of them pre-flop. If Crazy Poker plays this at all, and you're just looking to get flat calling, we completely brick the flop. Now this is a tough one. We've got a c-bet because of Andreas. Thing is, we might have to. It's very tough with Crazy Poker. I mean, he could legitimately have something like had something like 6s there, which has been a horrible, horrible spot. And now I've got Andreas to worry about. 7-9. He could have 8-10. Looking how fast he's checking, it's looking like he's got pocket 6s or something. I just don't think we can make him give up that soon on pocket 6s. It would be hilarious if he did actually. Anyway, we'll muck that there. I think if we hit an ace or king, we're extracting a lot of value, and when we miss it, we don't do that. We don't do that badly. Get the guys we're playing against to give up a lot of the time. Pocket 5s. I'm just happy just to set mine this. Just play it very passively. There's no rush. And I think the same goes for 6s. This guy calls here. I hope he calls. Yeah, I'm happy to come along and call. They're not full stacks, but yeah, there's 2 of them. Okay, again we've bricked out. Here I'll fire 3-bet out of position. And 5-ace, I'm happy to raise from the small blind. Okay, we've been played back at. I just don't think that's worth us pursuing out of position. It seems on this table down here is the second time I've been played back at. It seems slightly more aggressive actually, so it's something to keep in mind. I just don't think there's any point pumping up the pot here. I'm obviously going to get a caller and nine-jack, sort of hand I like to see multi-way. So I think there's much to be gained there. 6-5 there. I'm just going to dump with Iceman behind me. They've got this guy squeezing it again. It's just it's ridiculous when so many people are going to look him up. They've completely bricked it. Okay, but anyway, thanks for coming and watching, and give VC a go.